Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College for our Earlham men's basketball home opener versus the Denison University Big Red. I am Gerardo Byrne bringing you Radio Troy broadcast and the pregame brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear. As I mentioned, home opener for the Quakers after getting their first win of the season in their season opener versus Adrian in overtime, winning that game 102-94. And this is Denison University's opening game of the season, taking on the Quakers in their home opener. Again, very excited to bring you today's matchup. Quakers, new coach on the season, Coach Joe Shores, and his first head coach for the Quakers. He was an assistant a few years ago and now has got the program under his control. And also couple of new players, a lot of returners for the Quakers, and also a big return is the senior Chaney Zolman, who missed all of last season with injury, and he made an immediate impact in the first game against Adrian. We'll get into the stats against Adrian and what's to come for this game in just a moment. We're going to take a quick break on RadioTroy.com. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. Again, we're about 4 minutes from opening tip-off. We'll get you the starters in just a moment. We're going to go over the game in the Quakers and Adrian when they played this past Saturday at Adrian. Again, Quakers took that matchup in overtime, having won the game 102-94. Outscored Adrian 25-17 in overtime. Looking at the Quakers, we got returner junior Jamel Barnes, who scored 21 points in that matchup. Kenan Stallings Jr., the senior, put up 11 points. Also grabbed a total of 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. We know Stalling is a menace on defense, always near the basketball and creates turnovers for the opposing team. Look at Blake Bonin, the returning sharpshooter with the lightning quick release, put up 23 points in the opener versus the Adrian, going 5 for 6 from the three-point line and also 8 for 9 from the free throw line. And coming off the bench, you got Thomas Sanborn, who put up 18 points, hitting 4 threes and also going 4 from 4 from the free throw line. And as I mentioned, Chaney Zolman put up 23 points in the opener versus Adrian, a big help for the Quakers this season and his senior leadership. Again, we're very curious to see the Quakers. This is their first home game of the season, and this is a quick stop before they are back out on the road. After today's matchup, they will not be back home again until December 17th when they take on Kalamazoo. Their next 6 games are on the road. So good showing for our fans to see what they'll be getting this season versus for the Quakers. And again, Denison, first game of the season. Tough start to start out your match at the Quaker College. But again, we'll see what Denison will bring to this season. And looking at their roster, they've only brought 9 guys, so we'll see if conditioning can be a problem. The Quakers do love to speed teams up with the press, so we'll see if Big Red is ready for that. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we will have the starters for you and the opening tip-off here at Radio Troy broadcast.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Looking for the home of your dreams? This spacious property offers over 4,600 square feet of living space, featuring 5 bedrooms, with 3 full and 1 half bathroom. This property is currently listed for under $270,000. For more information or to schedule a showing, please contact the listing team.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. Let's meet the starters for Denison Big Red. Starting at guard, number 5, Kevin Chang, a 6'1 sophomore. Starting at guard, number 15, Will Hunter, a 6'3 freshman from Dublin, Ohio. Starting number 20, senior 6'6 at forward from Lawrence, Kansas. Starting number 23, Nate Howler, a senior 6'4 from Mason, Ohio, and a 6'7 sophomore from Richmond, Indiana, number 30, Freeman Brew. Now let's get to the starters for your Earlham Quakers. Starting at guard, 6'3 senior from Gary, Indiana, number 0, Kenneth Stalling Jr. At forward, a 6'6 senior from North Manchester, Indiana, number 1, Cheney Zolman. At guard, a 6-foot junior from Muncie, Indiana, number 10, Jamel Barnes Jr. At guard, a 5'8 senior from Crown Point, Indiana, number 30, Blake Bonin. And at forward, a 6'5 senior from Crown Point, Indiana, number 42, John Scaleros. And that is your starting 5 for your Earlham Quakers. Again, home opener for Earlham. Start season 1-0 after their win against Adrian. Season opener for Denison before they'll be back at home for their next 3 games. As I mentioned, new head coach for the Quakers, Joe Shores. His first season as head coach for the Quakers. He was an assistant a few years ago, but now has taken over the reins and with his assistants, Anthony White Jr. and Shane Cleveland. And the coach for Denison University is in his 18th season, head coach Bob Galoni. Starters have been announced. We are set for opening tip-off. Again, everybody excited to see what the Quakers will bring to this season. And new coach, A lot of returners. This team is a very experienced and battle-tested squad. Very curious to see what Denison brings against the Quakers. So Jamel Barnes coming off a 21-point game. Cheney Zolman, 23. Bonin, 23. Quakers have put in the work, and they have said they are ready to take the next step this season. Very interesting battle between Zolman and Freeman Brew. Both 6'7". Should be an interesting one. And opening tip away. Possession to the Big Red. Chang coming off a screen set by Howler. Already defense from Stalling Jr. Again, menace on defense. He finds himself around the ball a lot with a lot of steals. Chang coming off the screen. The pass over to Hunter. His drive knocked away. And the mid-range jump shot from Howler off the mark. And the putback from Brew is off the mark, but he does get fouled on the shot. So we will have our first free throws of the matchup. Foul will go on number 0, Kenneth Stalling Jr. for his first personal. At the line, the senior, Fred Brew, 6'6", out of Lawrence, Kansas. He gets the first one to go. 19:31 remaining in this first half. Again, men different from women's. They go 20-minute halves. Women's goes 10-minute quarters. That free throw is off the mark, rebounded by Scaleros. Stalling will bring it up. Quakers set up their half-court offense. Zolman will pop out. Barnes cuts back door. It goes through the hands of Stalling and a first turnover for the Quakers. Howler goes over to Freeman Brew. Chang will get it back up top, and he will set up the Big Red offense. Hunter with the drive. He gets double teamed, back out to Chang. He will take the three-point shot, and it is off the mark. Rebound by Cheney Zolman. Jamel Barnes pushes it up to Blake Bonin. Pass to Scaleros gets deflected off of Brew and out of bounds. It will be Quaker possession underneath. 18:49 remaining in the first half. Jamel Barnes will inbound it for the Quakers. Out to Zolman. Over to Stalling. Stalling will dribble right, pull back up. Thought about the shot, but Barnes will dribble it. Cheney Zolman will take the corner three. Off the mark, rebounded by Hunter, and Big Red on the move. The drive from Hunter, taking Barnes, and his shot off the glass, and the first bucket of the game for Denison. Now has a 3-0 lead. Denison going a press, not applying much pressure, maybe a half-court trap press. Zolman in the corner, back out to Barnes. Scaleros will go over to Bonin. Again, Bonin with the lightning quick release. Big Red, no, they can't leave him under. The reverse layup from Zolman off the mark. The putback from Stalling rolls in and out of bounds. Quaker possession. And we'll see what the Big Red defense is about. Blake Bonin, like I said, sharpshooter. They know they can't leave him. Jamel Barnes can score in any way. Stalling Jr. is a hustler. And a beautiful back screen for Jamel Barnes, and he gets the first bucket of the game off the nice pass from Bonin. Quakers not switching on defense, more of a hedge from the pick and roll. Howler at the top, goes over to Chang. Chang's shot is good for Denison, 5-2 lead. Denison goes back to the press. Doesn't look like to be applying pressure. They want to do a half-court trap. Bonin beats it. Zolman in the corner will pass back out to Bonin. Bonin over to Zolman in the corner for the three. Back out to Barnes. 6 seconds on the shot clock. The pull-up from Stalling Jr. is off the mark. Rebound by Fred Brew. So far, Denison not looking for transition. Chang splits the double team. Back out to Freeman Brew. His three-point shot will be off the mark, rebounded by Jamel Barnes. Barnes hands off to Bonin. Out to Zolman. We'll see if the Quakers want to work it inside. Bonin over to Barnes. Barnes will dribble baseline. Double team from Freeman Brew. Back out to Bonin. Bonin goes to Barnes in the corner. He will take the three-point shot, and it is good. Jamel Barnes with the first 5 points for the Quakers. Howler on the right side wing. Picks up his dribble. He'll go to Fred Brew. Right back to Howler. Thought about the shot, but good defense from Bonin. Brew layup is off the mark. Rebounded by Jamel Barnes. And the Quakers will walk it up. We're at 16 minutes in the first half. Scaleros over to Barnes. The hedge from Brew. And the pass inside just off the hands of Brew and out of bounds. A couple of substitutions for Denison as number 14, Jack Olson, comes in for Freeman Brew, and also number 32, John Fowler, comes in. Denison brings it up. Chang at the top, setting up the half-court offense. Hunter will dribble to the top of the key. Now going to the left side. The pass inside deflects off of Stalling, and it will stay Denison basketball with 11 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Thomas Sanborn coming in for Scaleros. And Sanborn with 18 in their previous game versus Adrian. Chang the inbounder for the Big Red. And inside to Fowler. His hook shot is off the mark, rebounded by Jamel Barnes. Blake Bonin will walk it up for the Quakers. Barnes coming off the screen from Zolman. Bonin with the drive, out to Stalling. Now the Big Red switch. Jamel Barnes with the pull-up jump shot, short, but it gets the friendly bounce and one for the Quakers. So Jamel Barnes going to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play. Number 24 for the Quakers, freshman A.J. White, coming into the matchup for Stalling, and also in the game for Denison will be Howler. He checks back in. Barnes free throw, it is good, and Barnes first 8 points for the Quakers. Quakers an 8-5 lead. Chang inside to Fowler. Olsen with the dribble drive. He will pull up, jumper, air ball, and rebound by Cheney Zolman. Half-court offense from the Quakers will be set up by White. The hedge from Brew. The roll man is there with a hard cut to the basket. Bonin will drive back out to White, over to Barnes. Barnes will take the three-point shot, and it is good. Jamel Barnes coming out strong for the Quakers. He has 11. Howler's three-point shot off the mark, rebounded by Olsen, and a foul on the Quakers. Foul will be on Sanborn. Actually, the foul call goes against Zolman for his first personal. Few substitutions. Stalling and Scaleros back in for Zolman and Bonin. And also in the game for Denison will be number 50, Omar Elliott Diab. Chang the inbounder into Diab. Howler will take the three-point shot. Off the mark, rebounded by Jamel Barnes. Barnes has been everywhere for this Quaker team to start out the game. Quakers setting up their half-court offense. Let's see if they continue to go through Barnes. Does have all 11 of their points. The roll from Sanborn out to White. White pull-up jump shot is off the mark, rebounded by Diab. Howler being heavily guarded by White. Nearly a steal from Stalling. Howler gets it back over to Fowler. Olsen trying to get it inside to Fowler. Over to Howler, pull-up jump shot. It is good. With 2 seconds on the shot clock, Denison is able to get the jump shot. Gonna go into their half-court trap. Over to White. Stalling over to Sanborn, wide open three, and it is nothing but net. Nice answer from the Quakers. Sanborn, another knockdown shooter, and we will have our first timeout of the matchup as Coach Galoni will call a timeout for Denison. Quakers lead 14-7 with 12:32 remaining in the first half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
I mean, does the fact that it's inside play
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. 12:32 remaining in the first half. The Quakers lead the Big Red 14-7 in the Quakers home opener. Again, this is their quick home game. They will not be back here until December 17th. Denison possession. Olsen on the wing. Steal by the Quakers. Quakers pride themselves on defense. They want to put more ball pressure this season. Out to Zolman. Scaleros goes inside to Zolman on the block. Back out to Sanborn. Bonin back out to Sanborn, over to Zolman. And Zolman throws it too high and out of bounds. Turnover, Earlham. Bringing it up for the Big Red is Hunter. Bonin nearly with the steal, but Howler able to gain possession. Nearly a 5-second call, but he gets it to Brew. Inside to Freeman Brew. The hook shot off the mark, rebounded by Stalling. Out to Bonin. Quakers not really pushing it. Want to set up their half-court offense. They want to make Denison play defense. Bonison in the corner. Zolman will take the three-point shot off the mark. And Hunter will have the rebound for Denison. Whistle blown, foul called. Call will go on Stalling. That will be his second personal. Jamel Barnes checking back into the matchup for Zolman. Quakers looking to do a little small ball. Into Hunter. Three-point shot from Howler, in and out, and rebounded by Scaleros. And Bonin will slowly bring it up for Earlham. Barnes on the wing. In the corner, Blake Bonin with the shot. Off the mark, rebounded by Olsen. Olsen up ahead to Hunter. Olsen will dribble it out. Being pressured by Barnes. The pass inside to Hunter. Blake Bonin saved it for Scaleros. Nice hustle from the senior. Approaching 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Barnes beats the double team in the corner, stalling. He'll take the three-point shot, and it is off the mark, rebounded by Olsen. Denison setting up their half-court offense. I'd like to see them go a little bit more inside, but the Quakers making it tough. Brew taking Sanborn. He will take the layup, and it goes off the mark, rebounded by Jamel Barnes. Bonin over to Stalling. Bonin with the hard hedge from Brew. Barnes three-point shot. Off the mark, rebounded by Fred Brew. The drive from Hunter immediately met with a double team. Back out to Olsen. His layup is off. Freeman Brew with the rebound. His layup is off. Olsen gets his rebound. And a double team caused by Sanborn. Possession arrow for the Quakers. Quaker ball. A.J. White, Cheney Zolman check it back into the matchup, but not before our timeout called by the Quakers. It'll be a quick 30-second timeout. Earlham leads it 14-7 with 9 minutes remaining in the first half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back in just a moment.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here for Earlham College basketball. Earlham lead 14-7 with 8:58 remaining in the first half. Bonin over to White. Denison falls back into the man-to-man defense. Over to Barnes. Nice defense from Hunter. Met with the double team. Inside to Zolman. It looks like it deflected off of Zolman, but referee didn't see it, so it will still be Quaker possession with 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Seems an adjustment from Denison is when Jamel Barnes comes off a screen, double team him. Zolman's drive back out to Barnes, and his mid-range shot off the mark, rebounded by Fred Brew, and Chang will bring it up for Denison. Howler left open, a 3-shot off the mark. Fred Brew with the offensive rebound. Whistle blown, foul called against the Quakers. That foul will go on number 24, A.J. White. His first personal, the 4th team foul for the Quakers. Stalling coming back in for Sanborn. Chang over to Hunter. Hunter's layup off the mark, but the putback from Fred Brew is good. And our first bucket that we've seen in a few minutes from either team. Denison going back to the half-court trap. Stalling loses it. It goes out of bounds, but deflects off of Denison and Quaker possession. Olsen coming in for Hunter. Barnes into Bonin. Over to Stalling. Barnes off the screen from Zolman. The hedge from Brew. Bonin's drive. White's three-point shot is off the mark, but Kenneth Stalling Jr. with the offensive rebound. A lot of dribble handoffs for the Quaker offense. They want to either get the switch or just exactly what happened right there. A hard hedge and the roller is open. Zolman does get fouled on the shot. Call will go against number 20, Fred Brew. And Zolman will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Zolman's first free throw. It is good. Second free throw is off. Rebound by Brew. A.J. White going to pick up Chang full court. Over to Hunter. Chang nearly draws a double team, and he picked up his foot, and the travel violation, turnover, Big Red. Quakers making it very difficult for Big Red to get some buckets. And both teams not particularly shooting the ball well. White nearly falls into that trap, but Bonin's able to make the pass, but Cheney Zolman called for the travel, turnover Quakers, and they give possession right back. Now we see the press from the Quakers, more just like a full court man-to-man, as Barnes will pick up Hunter. And nearly a steal for White, but he does deflect it out of bounds. Galeros and Sanborn coming back in for White and Stalling. .21 seconds on the shot clock, 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. And looked like a carry, but no call. Whistle blown. Cheney Zolman called for the block. That will be the 15 personal foul on the Quakers and the second on Cheney Zolman. 7 personal fouls get you in the 1-and-1 bonus, and 10 fouls will get you in the double bonus. And coming into the matchup for his first action is number 13, Tariq El Dasugi, in for Zolman, and also in for Denison will be number 40, Gabe Bergeron. Chang baseline drive. He gets the layup, but it goes off the front rim, off the hands of Bergeron, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow for Denison. Possession will go back to the Big Red. Chang, the inbounder on the baseline. And the pass deflects off the top of the backboard, so that is an automatic turnover. And Quaker possession. The play was there. Good screen from Bergeron. Brew was wide open, but the pass was not a good one. And coming in Fowler for Brew for Big Red. Denison going back to their press. Quakers easily beat it. Back to the Quaker half-court offense. A lot of handoffs. Hoping to get the switch and find the favorable matchup. In the corner, El Dasugi out to Sanborn. Bonin with a deep three-point shot off the mark and rebounded by Olsen. Said neither team particularly shooting the ball well to start out this game. Travel violation on Hunter and another turnover for Denison. Denison plagued by turnovers. Barnes over to Bonin. And the pass in the middle for Sanborn, too far ahead, and an easy steal. And another turnover for the Quakers. They have also been plagued by turnovers. Offensive foul on number 40, Diab. Another offensive turnover for the Quakers. That is 8 turnovers now for Denison. Denison 4 of 20 from the field. Earlham 5 of 18. As I said, neither team shooting particularly well in this first half. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. El Dasugi over to Bonin. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Barnes meets the double team. Sanborn in the corner inside the Scaleros. Diab deflects it, and it is a steal by Denison. So another Quaker turnover. Been a sloppy first half for both teams. Hunter in the corner. Howler will take the three-point shot off the mark. Out of bounds, off of Sanborn. Denison possession. Shang back in for Hunter. El Dasuki out, White back in. Diab trying to hand it off to Chang. Howler across court to Olsen. He'll take the three-point shot. Short. Rebounded by Blake Bonin. White at the top of the key. The drive on Howler, but blocked by Dia. Barnes recovers it. Inside the Scaleros. Nice pass from Bonin, and the bucket for the Quakers. Their first bucket in quite a long time. Now gives them an 8-point lead. Chang on the drive. Nice pass to Fowler, and he responds with the bucket for the Big Red. 17-11 with 3:45 remaining in the first half. Bonin over to Sanborn, back out to Barnes. Whistle blown. Foul called against Denison. Fowler will pick up the foul. 4th team personal for Denison. Barnes will be the inbounder. Barnes will dribble out. 15 on the shot clock. Bonin comes off the screen. Out to Barnes. He will take the three-point shot. Short. And rebounded by Chang. In the corner, Olsen. He'll pull the quick jump shot, and it is good. Back-to-back buckets for the Big Red. Cut the Quaker lead to 4. Barnes' pass to Scaleros, deflected off of Fowler. Substitutions for the Big Red, but we'll get to that after this timeout that was called by the Quakers. With 3 minutes remaining in the first half, Earlham leads at 17-13 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be back in just a moment.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. 3 minutes away from the end of the first half. Denison trailing 17-13. It is Quaker possession with 22 on the shot clock. Bonnet's inbound pass to White. Barnes at the top of the key. Barnes with 11 of the Quaker 17. Bonnet will pull the three, and it rolls in for the Quakers. Nice offensive possession. Chang at the top of the key. Hunter driving baseline, back out to Brew, but deflected off of Bonnet, and it will stay with the Big Red. Hunter to inbound. Inside to Freeman Brew. He does have the size advantage over Sanborn, and he will take advantage of that advantage. He will take advantage of the size he had on Sanborn and get the layup. 2:20. Quakers once again beat the press. Barnes inside the Scaleros. Back out to Sanborn. Sanborn's drive. Nice pass to Scaleros, but couldn't quite get the grip on it. Back out to White. White's pass deflected and a turnover by the Quakers. Hunter over to Chang. Chang gets the layup for Denison, and now once again, back-to-back buckets, and they have made it a three-point game with 1:44 remaining in this first half. Bonnet over to Sanborn. Sanborn at the top of the key, over to White, going inside the Scaleros. Hit with a quick double team. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Sanborn will launch it up off the front rim, rebounded by Fred Brew, and Denison on the move. A reaching call on Jamel Barnes. That will be 16 personal fouls, so one more, and Denison will be in the bonus. There will be a timeout called by Denison. With 1:12 remaining, Earlham leads it 20-17 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. Earlham with the 3-point lead over the Denison Big Red. And neither team shooting well in this first half. Both teams have done a good job playing defense. Hunter, the inbounder. Inside to Fred Brew. Nice backdoor cut from Hunter, and he gets the and one layup for Denison. Foul will be on number two, Anthony Phillips, who just checked into the matchup. So Hunter at the free throw line to possibly tie this game up with a 3-point play. 1:09 remaining in this first half. Hunter's free throw, it is good, and we have now got ourselves a tie ball game. Denison back in the press. And their goal is to trap near the half-court line. And a kick ball from Hunter. Side out of bounds. Quaker possession, 24 seconds on the shot clock. We are less than a minute remaining in the first half. Over to Phillips. Barnes will drive baseline. Pull up jump shot. Doesn't matter, there was a foul called before the shot. That is Denison's 15 personal. Foul goes on That foul was on number 15, Hunter, his first personal. Barnes near half-court line. Will take Hunter one-on-one in the corner. It deflected off of Fred Brew, out of bounds. Referee saying off of the Quakers, and that is another turnover for Earlham. 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Right now the momentum seems to be with Denison. They're on a 7-point run right now. Chang splits the double team. Nice pass to Freeman Brew. His hook shot is short, but Howler ends up with the rebound, misses the shot. Howler gets his own shot and is now fouled by the Quakers. Right now, Denison doing a good job of getting the offensive rebounds. That foul for the Quakers, 18 personal, that goes against Blake Bonin, his first personal, and number 23, Nate Howler at the free throw line for 2. With a chance to give Denison the lead. First free throw, it is good. A.J. White and Cheney Zolman coming in for Phillips and Scaleros. Second free throw from Howler. Good. 2-point lead now for Denison. 22 seconds remaining in the first half. The Quakers will look to hold it for the final shot. Back over to White. We're at 10 seconds. Over to White. 7 seconds. Over to Sanborn. 3, 2, 1. And Barnes ended up losing possession, and with 1.5 seconds left, it is Denison possession off of another Quaker turnover. Eldasuki and Phillips back in for this last second. 1.5. Denison will inbound it and dribble out the clock. The shot does not count, and that is going to end the first half. Denison leads the Quakers 22-20 after a 9-0 run to end the first half. Again, neither team shot well. We'll go over the stats with you in just a few moments for our first half halftime game. And we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back again, we'll go over the first half stats, what to expect in the second half, and what I think both teams' adjustments will be in the second half. 15 minutes on the clock before the second half begins. We're going to take a quick timeout. Earlham trails 22-20 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, and we will be right back.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Greatest thing ever happened for Oscar Robertson. He learned to compete.
Basketball in Indiana has a special legacy. It starts with the coaches, develops with the fans, and ends with an amazing community support.
I think one of these days when you're done and you're retired and you kind of shelve that piece of your life, you can look back and be like, wow, that's really incredible.
To play in a state tournament, to be able to play in college, to be able to coach high school girls, and then to be able to see my son coach, basketball has been my life.
Any opportunity I got to play basketball, I played it. You know, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I love doing, and still today I love the game.
And every time Dad put me in, I think as a freshman, sophomore, there was booing. And then the exciting turnaround that when I was a junior and senior, every time he took me out, he got booed. So those were fun times.
Basketball got me an education. Got me to be a worldly person as far as reading articles, got me to be artistic and understand the cultures of the world, the ballet, the opera. It just opened up your whole mind and thoughts about things other than what you can reach out and touch.
Because I never dreamed of going to college, and basketball gave me the opportunity to not only go to college but play professional ball, and I've been around it my whole life. I'm 58 now, and I've been involved for a lot of years.
Where else can you walk around? I'm a 65-year-old man, and people say, George, oh, I remember you in '69 with your high school state championship team. I saw you at Butler. I mean, it's incredible. This is the only place here in Indiana that happens.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hope, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make Earlham's about getting involved. We have more than 60 student clubs with new ones starting every year. A variety of sports, plays and concerts, parties, trips to nearby cities. Interesting people from all over the world. Earlham College, always engaged. As Earlhamites, when we set our minds to do something, we see it through.
Because when we strive to do what's right,
we believe ways will open for us.
It's why we design inclusive playgrounds and innovative transportation solutions.
Why we work to solve water crises and pioneer new technology.
Why we commit to bridging gaps and exploring the unexpected.
It's why we stay curious.
Why we insist on better answers.
Because at Earlham,
we don't see the world as a project. We see it as our purpose.
And we recognize our own potential in making this earth more beautiful,
more just,
and more peaceful for everyone.
Earlham College,
always moving forward.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. 8.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. First half in the books. Going to go over the first half stats with you. Again, if you want to follow the live stats, you can go to goearlham.com. Denison ends the first half on a 9-0 run to take the lead 22-20. As I said before, neither team shooting the ball particularly well. We'll look at Denison going 9 of 30 in the first half and going 0 of 8 from the three-point line. They are 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. They have 8 turnovers in the first half. 24 total rebounds, and they're out rebounding Earlham 24-14. And the big difference is 11 offensive rebounds to Earlham's 3. Bench points not really doing much for each team. 4 bench points for the Big Red, 3 for the Quakers. Again, 11 of the Quakers, 20 points coming from Jamel Barnes. But a big difference is 10 points from the paint, or 10 points for Denison coming in the paint compared to 4 from the Quakers. And Quakers are shooting 7 of 22, in the first half, going 4 of 12 from the three-point line and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Quakers also have 8 turnovers. A lot of their turnovers came in the final few minutes. 14 total rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 8 fouls as a team, and 2 second chance points. And neither team really doing much off each other's turnovers. 0 points off turnovers for the Quakers and 4 points off of turnovers for the Big Red. And for the Quakers, I expect the adjustment on offense to be just to slow down. Right now, I think they're rushing. If they take just an extra second when they get the hard edge on the pick and roll, the roller is open about 90% of the time. So we'll see if they can see that adjustment in the second half. On defense, their biggest issue is boxing. They got to box out, again, allowing 11 offensive rebounds in that first half. So their biggest adjustment on defense is putting a body on somebody and boxing out and not allowing offensive rebounds. Looking at Denison, I would like to see them go inside more to Freeman Brew and Diab and Fowler. They like to get it inside. I think they do have the size advantage of the Quakers, and like to see them go inside. They said they're 0 for 8 from the three-point line, so right now they don't have to force it. So on offense, if they got open threes, I would suggest that they take it, but if they can, look inside and play your offense inside out against the Quakers. And then Denison on defense, the trap, their half-court press trap is not a bad trap. The Quakers have beaten it the exact same way. They're going cross-court guards and just throwing it back and forth to each other. So when they have that half-court trap, somebody has got to shoot the gap at the half-court line when Bonin or White come in to catch the pass. If they do that, they'll get steals and layups in transition a lot in this second half. So we'll see if they make that kind of adjustment. And right now, I would say just keep playing good, hard defense. So that is the first half analysis. We're going to take a quick break. We're about 5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Again, Earlham trailing 22-20 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back in a few moments.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999. Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. The second half set to get underway. Quakers coming in the second half trailing by 2. Again, Denison closed that first half on a 9-0 scoring run, so let's see if they pick up where they left off. Curious to see both of the adjustments made by both teams in the second half. Quakers will start off the second half with possession. "20 minutes on the clock, and second half begins. And nice defensive possession to start out the second half. Barnes will inbound it from the corner. Over to Scaleros, pull up jump shot. It is good. Nice possession to start out the second half for Earlham. Chang over to Brew. His three is off the mark, rebounded by Jamel Barnes. The handoff to Bonin, the hard hedge from Freeman Brew. Stalling was open when he cut to the middle, but Barnes did not see him. The screen from Zolman. Back out to Jamel Barnes. And Zolman with the roll, and he gets the layup. Just like I said, if they wait an extra second on the hard hedge, the roller is open 90% of the time. Howler in the corner going inside to Freeman Brew, trying to use that size advantage. And the layup is off the mark. He gets his own rebound, and the layup off the mark, rebounded by Barnes. And I like the possession by Denison. Like I said, I think they should go inside more and use Freeman Brew's size on Zolman. Offensive foul on number 42, Scaleros. That is his first personal. So turnover. Hunter will bring it up for Denison. Freeman Brew will hand it off. Was looking to hand it off to Hunter. Nice defense from Barnes. Howler with the open three-point shot, and it will be short. Rebounded by Stalling. So Quakers, nice early defensive possessions to start out this second half. Good offensive possession. This time they switch on the pick and roll. Bonin with the drive. Back out to Jamel Barnes. Thought about the three, but he will step back. Gets it blocked by Fred Brew. Gets it back in the floater from Barnes. Is off the mark, and a block. Foul will be called on Hunter, and Jamel Barnes will go to the free throw line and shoot two. So foul will go on number 15, Will Hunter. Could not tell if he was in the restricted area or if he moved when he got to the spot, because it looked like he beat Jamel Barnes to the spot. So it was either he was in the restricted area or he was moving when he fell. What I mean by that is he wasn't fully set. So Jamel Barnes at the free throw line to shoot two. 17:57 remaining in this second half. And the official explained it to Hunter that he started to fall back before he was hit. Barnes free throw off the mark. Second free throw coming up for Barnes. And Quakers 2 of 4 from the free throw line. And he gets the second one to fall. 3-point lead for the Quakers. Nice pass to Freeman Brew, but Stalling steps up and takes him. Now Brew going to use his size and get the easy layup for Denison. And Denison going back to Freeman Brew, using his size. He does have his size advantage. Back to that half-court trap. Chang checking Bonin. Over to Stalling. The pass to Zolman. And the offensive foul called on Chaney Zolman. Another offensive foul against the Quakers. That foul was on Zolman. That is his third personal. Tariq El Dasuki will come back in for Zolman. Chang bringing it up for Denison. Denison trailing by 1. 17-15 remaining in the second half. Howler on the wing being checked by Bonin. Fred Brew going to his brother Freeman. Freeman on the drive, and he will be called for the travel. Turnover Denison, but I think so far in the second half you see who Denison wants to run their offense through. They want to run it through the big fella. Back to that trap. Again, Earlham continuing to beat it with spreading the guards across the court. And if I'm Denison, I'd have to, as soon as on that trap, I'd have somebody immediately rushing on the other guard and get that steal. Cross-court pass to Bonin. Stalling with the drive and deflected off of Denison, and Quaker possession with 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Substitutions for Big Red as Fowler and Olsen coming in for Howler and Fred Brew. Also Sanborn coming in for Earlham for El Dasugi. Barnes the inbounder out to Stalling. 3 seconds on the shot clock. I don't know if Barnes sees it. So Bonin will launch it, and rebounded by Freeman Brew. Chang picks up his dribble over to Freeman Brew. And an offensive foul called on Freeman as the official says he was moving on the screen. Bonin across court. Exactly, like I talked about, Will Hunter jumped the pass and gets the easy layup off the lazy pass by Blake Bonin. Middle pass to Stalling. Sanborn in the corner. Back out to Jamel Barnes. Inside the Scaleros. Corner three-point shot from Sanborn. Off the mark, rebounded by Olsen. Denison on the move. Olsen at the top of the key. Back over to Chang. Thought about the three. But he will take the three-point shot off the mark. Rebounded by Stalling. Quakers will bring it up, trailing by 1 with 15 and a half minutes remaining in the second half. Stalling with the drive and draws the foul as he got Olsen and Brew up in the air. And the call will go on number 14, Olsen. And Stalling Jr. will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws and a chance to put the Quakers up by 1. 15:27 remaining in this second half. Free throw good by Stalling, ties the game up. Substitution, Anthony Phillips coming in for Blake Bonin. And Howler and Diab coming in for Freeman Brew and Will Hunter. Second free throw from Junior. It is off the mark, rebounded by Olsen. Quakers 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Chang being heavily guarded by Phillips. The cross-court pass to Howler could have been a steal by Barnes. The drive from Olsen, blocked. Diab gets the rebound, and his layup, it is good. I don't know how he got through all that traffic, but he gets the layup to fall and gets a 2-point lead for Denison. Barnes dribbling into the trap, and I don't think it touched Chang, and it should be an over and back, and it is. So a turnover by the Quakers and a timeout called by Coach Shores and the Quakers. Denison leads 28-26 with 14:50 remaining in the second half, and we will be right back in just a moment.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. We are still on the timeout. Denison leads 28-26. Earlham still having a problem with turnovers. Right now they're getting pressured up and sped up by the press. And we see a little bit of the adjustment made by Denison in that trap. When Jamel Barnes dribbled into that trap, Chang shot the lane. He honestly could have had the steal, but he's lucky it didn't touch him, and it caused a turnover for the Quakers. So Denison making the halftime adjustment to try to beat the counter to the press, beat the press break by the Quakers. Denison will have possession. Quakers struggling with turnovers. Olsen will be the inbounder. Gives it to Chang. Chang being heavily guarded by Phillips. Phillips is a very good defender for the Quakers. Over to Olsen. They want to go the high-low to Diab, but back out to Chang. Chang with the drive, and he switches hands on the layup and draws the foul. Foul will go against Phillips, and Chang will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 and try to extend this lead for Denison. First free throw, it is nothing but net. Bonin coming back in for Phillips. And my mistake, the foul was actually called against Sanborn on that last possession. Zolman checking back in for Scaleros. And the second free throw good for Chang. Denison back in that press. Over to Bonin. Bonin cross court to Barnes. And Denison falls back into the man-to-man. Inside to Zolman, being guarded by Fowler. Nice move from Zolman. Layup is off the mark, rebounded by Diab, out to Chang. Fowler thought about the three, but Denison will reset and set up their offense. 14 minutes remaining in the second half. Over to Howler. Spin move. Howler with the jump shot falls short, rebounded by Stalling. Nice move, but a little too much touch on that jump shot. Barnes over to Stalling. Zolman in the corner, trying to get by Diab. And he gets the shot to go. Tough shot by Zolman. And now the Quakers only trail by 2. Howler will take the quick three. It falls short, but he nearly gets his own rebound, but Stalling beats him to it. And Stalling hustling for those rebounds. Bonin over to Sanborn. They're going back inside to Zolman. Looks like the Quakers want to run their offense. If Zolman would have looked, he had Blake Bonin on the cut. But he said, give me the ball, and he will draw the foul against Diab and go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Zolman starting to make a presence for himself in this second half. He will go to the free throw line and try to tie this matchup up. Substitutions on the play, or Diab and Chang come out. Maybe they scoreboard, bro. I know I'm not tripping. Zolman's second free throw, it is good. And a near steal from Stalling. Fowler and Stalling get on the floor. Fowler gets it back to Olsen. Out to Howler. Olsen will be called for the travel. And turnover for Denison. So a tie game at 30. And we will have a scorer's check. And at the say, I know I'm not wrong when the score is tied 30-30. The scoreboard has it 29-30. And right now the officials are at the table. It has it Earlham 29, Denison 30. So they're going over the score right now, right? Last few possessions, Chaney Zolman giving himself a presence by getting a quick bucket and by getting 2 free throws. And there's going to be a official timeout, so we're going to take one too. Earlham and Denison tied at 30 on the Wesley Bay 12 Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. We are still on the official timeout. They're checking the scores and comparing box scores, and I don't know when the mistake happened, but I know they had it 28-26 like we did a few moments ago, so I'm not sure if they missed a free throw or something, but they're working it out. I know the score is 30-30, but right now they have it 30-29 with 12:48 remaining. And there we go. They have fixed the score at 30-30. 12:48 remaining in the second half. Will be Quaker possession after the turnover. Barnes up to Bonin. Bonin at the top of the key over to Zolman. The handoff to Barnes. The hard hedge leaves Zolman wide open. Barnes will take the three-point shot, and it is off the mark. And Fowler will get the rebound over Sanborn. Hunter with the drive. And his shot falls short, and it will be out of bounds off of Denison and Quaker possession. Freeman, Brew, and Chang coming back in for Fowler and Howler. Denison back into their press. Barnes in the middle of Stalling. Stalling forces the shot up and rebounded by Fred Brew. Didn't like that possession by the Quakers. Nice spin move from Chang, and he gets the layup to drop. Beautiful spin move right there. Chang, a sophomore. Bonin back to Barnes. Chang, a sophomore from Elmhurst, Illinois. Back out to Sanborn. 10 seconds on the shot clock. In the Zolman. Nice pass to Sanborn, and he gets the layup for the Quakers. $11:20 remaining in the second half. Chang over to Hunter inside to Fred Brew. He's got the size, and Sanborn gets a reaching in foul called on the shot, so Fred Brew will go to the free throw line and shoot two. Actually, the official says it was on the ground, that he fouled him before the shot. So both teams have 4 personal team fouls. Stalling comes out, and Scaleros goes back in. Hunter resetting the Big Red offense. Chang on the drive, pulls up, and tough layup off the mark and rebounded by Bonin, but stolen by Fred Brew. And Chang with the wide open three-point shot off the mark, but the putback from Freeman Brew gives Denison the 2-point lead. Right now, Denison has been hurting the Quakers on the offensive glass. Looking at the live stats, 15 offensive rebounds for Earlham, and another offensive foul committed by the Quakers. Sanborn with the offensive foul, his second personal. Sanborn coming out, Stallings coming back in. And Denison with a 2-point lead and possession with 10:35 remaining in the second half. Hunter will set up the offense for Denison. Over to Freeman Brew. Chang will have a wide open three. He will take it, and he gets it. He doesn't get it, but the offensive rebound by Hunter. He gets fouled on the shot, and 2 free throws coming up for Will Hunter. As I just said a moment ago, what is hurting the Quakers in this game is the offensive rebounds they are giving up. They are ball watching too much and not putting a body on Denison. First free throw falls short. Phillips coming in for Barnes. Barnes picked up that last foul, and that is his second personal. Second free throw is good. 3-point lead for Denison. And Howler coming in for Hunter. Denison back in the trap, or back in the press, excuse me. The half-court trap. And deflects off of Chang, out of bounds. And the Earlham fans giving the officials heavy praise every time a whistle's blown. Bonin the inbounder. Over to Zolman. Blake Bonin goes over to Scaleros. 13 on the shot clock. They want to get it inside to Zolman. I thought he had position. Nice pass from Stalling, and Zolman will draw the foul. Foul will go on number 20, Fred Brew, and that is his third personal and the team's fifth personal foul, and Zolman will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Right now, if I'm the Quakers, I keep running my offense through Zolman. He is using his size to his advantage, and he is also doing a good job of drawing fouls and making his free throws. Gets the first one to fall. Fred Brew will come out of the matchup, and Will Hunter will check back in. Second free throw is off, but rebound by Kenneth Stalling. Again, Stalling always around the basketball, whether on defense or on offense. Over to Scaleros. He will drive baseline, and the reverse layup is good, and he gets the and one. Scaleros ties the matchup up with a chance to take the lead for the Quakers. John Sacaleros, 6'5", senior from Crown Point, does not get the free throw to go. Stalling nearly with another offensive rebound. And a timeout will be called by Denison. And with 9:36 remaining in the second half, the score is tied 35-35 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. Score is tied 35-35 with 9.5 minutes remaining in the second half. I think what's hurting the Quakers also, besides the offensive rebound, is the free throw shooting. They are 7 of 12 from the free throw line at 58%. And with a tie ball game, free throws will become crucial coming down this final stretch. Hunter over to Freeman Brew. He will drive, and he will be called, or there will be a foul called. I'm not sure who the foul was on. Foul will be on number 2, Anthony Phillips, and that puts the Quakers in the bonus. So a 1-and-1 for Freeman Brew, and for the final 9:28, the Big Red will be in free throw bonus. He hits the front rim of the 1-and-1. And rebound by Phillips. Over to Sacaleros. And a foul called on number 40, Bergeron. And that is the Big Red 17 personal, and that puts the Quakers in the bonus for 1-and-1s. So for the remaining 9:15 in this second half, both teams are in the free throw bonus. And Diab coming back in for Big Red. Sacaleros at the free throw line. And his free throw falls, and it also gives the Quakers the lead. Second free throw is good. 2-point lead now for Earlham. Howler on the right side wing. They want to go inside to Brew. Brew over to the corner, Will Hunter, and he will be called for the travel. Another turnover on Denison. 8:56 remaining in the second half. Back in that press. Phillips over to Stalling. Quakers will set up the half-court offense. It's Zolman in the corner. Back out to Stalling. Inside to Zolman, but he catches it at the three-point line. He wants to drive on Brew. And the shot is good. I am not sure how he got that shot to fall, but a beautiful shot from Zolman, and he gives the Quakers a 4-point lead. And an offensive foul on Denison gives the Quakers the ball right back. And now the momentum has shifted. The crowd back into the game. Fred Brew will come back in the matchup for Diab. That last foul called on Howler, his first personal. Phillips bringing it up. Cross court to Bonin. In the middle is Stalling. And he goes for the dunk attempt, but he misses, but rebounded by Zolman. Oh my goodness, if he would have finished that dunk. That would have been a nice highlight play, but great awareness from Zolman. And another foul called as Bonin will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1, as the foul will be called on Will Hunter. The crowd still in awe over Stallings' dunk attempt. Bonin, a very good free throw shooter, going for a 1-and-1. Olsen and Fowler coming back into the matchup. Freeman, Brew, and Hunter checking out. 8 minutes left in the second half. Bonin at the free throw line with a chance to give the Quakers a 6-point lead. First free throw, it is off, rebounded by Fowler. You don't normally see Bonin miss free throws, so keeps Denison trailing only by 4. Chang inside to Olsen. I'm not sure how he got so open, but he gets the layup for Denison, and now Quakers lead cut to 2. And a turnover on the Quakers as Phillips was not able to handle possession, and Denison now starting to take some of that momentum back. Howler will be the inbounder. Chang setting up the Big Red offense. Over to Fred Brew. Goes across court. It does deflect off Zolman. They're trying to go inside to Fowler. Olsen with the drive on Stalling, and the layup is no good, but the foul goes on Stalling, and Olsen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That will be Stalling's third personal foul, and Olsen at the free throw line for a chance to tie it up for Denison. First free throw, it is good. Jamel Barnes coming back in for Phillips. Second free throw from Olsen is good, and Denison has now tied the game up at 39. 7:20 remaining in the second half. Back over to Bonin. And the trap does not go to Bonin as he gives it back to Barnes. Bonin looking to come off to shoot that three, but nice chase down from Chang. Zolman on the wing inside the Sacaleros. And his shot, it is good, and he gives the Quakers a 2-point lead. Sacaleros coming alive in this second half. In the corner, Olsen. He will go inside, deflecting off of Sacaleros. Possession still staying with Denison. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 6:38 remaining in the second half. Inbound to Chang. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The hard hedge from Sacaleros. Stalling. Gets the steal, but there was a foul called on Denison before Stalling could have a chance to get the breakaway dunk. But anyway, that sends Stalling to the free throw line. And there'll still be a 1-and-1. One more foul from Denison will give the Quakers a double bonus. And I tell you what, everybody in this gymnasium was ready to see Stalling perform a nice little dunk. And that is actually a very good foul by Denison. You prevent an easy transition bucket, and right now the Quakers are struggling with free throws. But Stalling gets the first free throw to fall, and the Quakers now with a 3-point lead. Freeman Brew coming in for Fred Brew. Stalling second free throw. It is good. And 43-39 lead for the Quakers. And Jamel Barnes deflects the pass out of bounds with 17 on the shot clock. Denison will inbound. Chang at the top of the key, being guarded by Bonin. Goes out to Howler. Looks like they want to go inside to Fowler, but Chaney Zolman will be called for the foul, and that will send Fowler to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. So Fowler will have a 1-and-1. Next foul committed by the Quakers will put Denison in the double bonus. Sanborn checking in for Zolman. That was Zolman's fourth personal foul. And right now the Quakers cannot afford to lose him. So with 6 minutes, Zolman will sit for a few moments before he comes back in. Fowler's free throw, it is good. Back to a one-possession game. Again, Denison still without a three-point field goal in this game as Fowler's second free throw is off and rebounded by Sacaleros. Denison 0 of 14 from the three-point line, and the Quakers haven't hit a three in this second half, going 0 for 4. Sacaleros out to Stalling. Sanborn on the right wing. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Barnes. He will drive on Chang. Step back jump shot. Off the mark. Rebounded by Fowler. But Stalling gets in there, and he gets the steal for the Quakers. I'm telling you, Stalling is always around the basketball. Very smart player. Stalling with the drive, and the pass not deflects but goes through the hands of Sacaleros, and turnover Earlham. Will Hunter checking back into the game for Denison. .520 remaining in this second half. Chang with the drive, and he will get the easy layup for Denison. Chang, a very smart point guard, knows when to go and when not to. cuts the Earlham lead to 1. Bonin back over to Barnes. Bonin over to Sanborn. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Back out to Sacaleros. Over to Stalling. 4, 3. He will launch the 3. And nothing but net as he gets the 3-point shot to fall, and a timeout called by Denison with 4:40 remaining in the second half. Earlham leads it 46-42 on the Wesley-based Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. 4:40 remaining in the second half. Earlham leads at 46-42. And for people watching that have been asking, there are 16 players on the Denison roster, but they only brought 9. We were not told what the reason was because of that, so I am not sure why they only brought 9 of their players with them. But anyway, Denison only trailing by 4. Right now we're at the point to where every time Denison catches up, and that will be a turnover by Denison as it deflected off of Chang. But right now we're at that point to where Earlham gets up by 4. Denison will cut it to 1 or tie it up, and then Earlham gets it back up to 4 or 6. Bonin across to Barnes, back to Bonin, and they fall back into the man-man defense. 4:20 remaining. Over to Stalling. Barnes dribbling back to the top, going to Bonin. Bonin will catch and shoot and falls off the front rim, but Kenneth Stalling with the offensive rebound. And you can't say enough about how big Stalling has been in these past couple of minutes for the Quakers. Bonin driving baseline. Out to Sanborn, wide open 3. Falls off, a rebound by Sacaleros, and the foul will be committed against Freeman Brew. And Sacaleros will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws because Denison is in the double bonus. Sacaleros with a chance to put his team up by 6 with 3:44 remaining in this second half. First free throw falls off the mark. Fred Brew checking back in for Fowler. And Sacaleros misses both free throws to keep Denison within 4. Chang over to Hunter, but Hunter is fouled by Jamel Barnes. And that is going to put Hunter on the free throw line for 2 shots. Chaney Zolman checking to come back in. He does have 4 fouls, so he does have to play a little bit careful not to foul out. First free throw, it is good. Back to a 1-possession game. Zolman coming in for Sacaleros. Barnes picked up his 3rd personal. Second free throw good for Hunter. And a 2-point ball game. Denison going back to that press. Barnes over to Stalling. Sanborn at the top of the key. At 10 seconds, a near steal for Chang, and he does dive on it. Out to Brew, up ahead to Fred, and he will be fouled by Kenneth Stalling as he goes up for the dunk. So a nice defensive possession by Denison. Brew at the free throw line to try to tie this matchup up. That is the 4th foul on Stalling, but I do believe that is a good foul by Stalling. Prevents the easy dunk and the tie ball game, and we'll see if Brew can hit both free throws to tie this matchup up. First free throw, it is good. Fred Brew with a chance to tie the matchup up. And it is off, and that makes Kenneth Stalling's foul a great foul because he was alone, had an easy dunk, and the great hustle by Stalling sends him to the free throw line, makes him earn it, and goes 1 of 2. Bonin off the hard hedge. They want to go inside to Zolman. The nice pass to Bonin deflected off Fred Brew, but Stalling gets it back and rises up for the bucket, and Earlham back up by 3. 2:39 remaining. Will Hunter double team finds Freeman Brew. Inside the nice pass from Howler to Fred Brew, and the bucket for Denison cuts the lead to 1 with 2:20. 2:20 remaining. Bonin being guarded by Chang. Over to Sanborn. Zolman with the handoff to Barnes. Barnes will pull the three-pointer, and off the mark, rebounded by Freeman Brew. And Chang dribbling up, and Denison with a chance to grab the lead. And an offensive foul called on Howler as Blake Bonin was able to draw the offensive foul on Howler. And actually, that foul goes on Fred Brew, and that is his 5th personal, and Fred Brew has fouled out of this matchup. Fowler will come in for Brew. .150 remaining. Back out to Barnes. Sacaleros driving baseline. Back out to Bonin. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6, 5. Barnes with the drive. And he will be fouled by Will Hunter and go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. 1:27 remaining in this second half, and Jamel Barnes with the opportunity to put Earlham up 3. Barnes' first free throw, it is good. Second free throw from Barnes. It is good, puts Earlham up 3, 1:27 remaining. Timeout will be called by Denison with 1:21 remaining. Earlham leads at 50-47 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, and we will be right back.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. 1:21 remaining in the second half. Earlham leads 50-47. Still a lot of time for Denison. Right now, still run their offense. Plenty of time left. Earlham looking to go up looking to increase their record 2-0. Denison looking to start out their season with a win. And Fred Brew has fouled out of the matchup. And he got the last few buckets for the Big Red. So we'll see what Denison does on offense this possession. For the Quakers, this is a huge defensive possession. Will Hunter will be the inbounder. Out to Chang. Over to Freeman Brew. Chang with the drive. Near steal by Stalling, but he leaves Howler, and the three-point shot is short. And it deflects off of Denison and goes out of bounds. And official says possession goes to Earlham. .106 remaining. Still a one-possession game, so Denison does not have to foul. Barnes back across to Stalling. Barnes over to Stalling. And an offensive foul called against Blake Bonin as he is hit with the illegal screen and gives the possession back to Denison with 48.5 seconds remaining. Again, if you're Denison, you do not need a three right now. Still continue to run your offense and try to get a layup. Denison has not hit a three in this ball game today. 40 seconds remaining. Chang out to Howler. They're going inside to Fowler. Fowler's shot is off the mark. And foul called against Hunter for pushing the back. And that is going to send Jamel Barnes to the free throw line for 2 free throws. And Hunter has also fouled out of the game. Barnes did hit the ground pretty hard on that fall, walking with a little bit of a limp. I said Barnes will have 2 free throws. Hunter has fouled out. 31 seconds remaining in the ball game. Free throw from Barnes. It is good. Gives them a 4-point lead. And Denison will call a timeout. With 31.4 seconds, Earlham leads it 51-47 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be back in just a second.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. Earlham leading it 51-47 with 31 seconds remaining. Jamel Barnes still with another free throw to shoot to possibly put his team up by 5. Again, now Denison is at the point where they're going to have to start shooting some threes. Again, Denison 0 of 14 from the three-point line in today's matchup. So Barnes with the opportunity to put his team up 5, 31.4 seconds remaining. If Barnes misses this free throw, if I'm Denison, I will try to get a quick transition layup. If not, then we'll start shooting for threes. Barnes free throw. It is good, puts Earlham up 5. Howler walking it up with 25 seconds left. They've got to go. They're holding the ball way too long. 20 seconds. Nearly a 5-second call. Howler will launch a three-point shot off the mark. And an over-the-back call on Fowler. Blake with a nice box out, and he will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws to possibly put this game away with 13.4 seconds remaining and a chance to give the Quakers a 7-point lead. First free throw good for Bonin. And this free throw would make it a 3-possession game. And he does. 10 seconds remaining. Earlham is going to hold on. Chang will get the layup. And Howler will foul Barnes and send him to the free throw line. So if 6.2 seconds remaining, barring a miracle, Earlham will hold on and get their second win of the season and go to 2-0, while Denison will drop to 0-1. Barnes' first free throw, it is good. Barnes' second free throw, it is good, and he gives them a 7-point lead, 6 seconds remaining. And Earlham, Chang's three off the mark, and Earlham will get the win and improve to 2-0 on the season, beating Denison 56-49. Earlham's next game will be at Wabash this Saturday. Actually, next Wednesday will be their next game at Wabash. My apologies. And again, they improved to 2-0. Looking at the final stats, Earlham goes 16 of 42, 5 of 20 from the three-point line, 19 of 27 from the free throw line. Denison goes 18 of 54, 0 of 16 from the three-point line, and 13 of 18 from the free throw line. That is going to do it for us here at Radio Troy Broadcast. We appreciate everybody who tuned in, and we are going to wish you all a good night, and we will see you all next time.